What's up, guys? Bar911970, and I thought I would make one more video before I start my day. This is actually kind of a topic that was brought up from a question from one of my subscribers. His name is Joey Harvey84, so thank you for this. And he actually makes an interesting point that I've derived from his question. He was talking about, the last video I just made about the fear tactics and everything, and he was talking about how North Korea has a nuclear weapon, and, what if they use it? And I was just sitting there and I thought about it, yet another scare tactic. And people have to understand there will never be a nuclear war. There will be the threat of it, there will be the fear of it, but let's put it in perspective. We have had nuclear capability since World War II. That's the mid 1940s. The bombs have gotten 100 times stronger as far as destruction capacity since. There have been scare tactic after scare tactic of countries, rogue nations, dictators, whatever, having the capability of launching a nuclear missile, and yet we have never had one actually happen. Where since World War II, where we dropped the bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, where another country actually launched a nuclear missile at another country. It's never going to happen. Now, some people will say, well, the elite, the powers that be, they have bunkers, so, they don't care if they destroy the whole planet, they'll be safe underground. And that may or may not be true, but let's put it in perspective here. And you don't think these people know this, because obviously they have more information than we do. If somebody launches a nuclear missile, do you think that's going to be the only bomb that is going to be launched? Pretty much every society and every government and every nation on the planet that has nuclear capabilities is eventually going to say, all right, launch this one, launch here. It's going to go back and forth. It's going to totally destroy life on Earth. Now, do you think these elite people want to spend their lives and their children's lives and their children's lives underground? Because does anyone stop and realize that if we had a nuclear world attack, which destroyed almost all life on the surface of the planet, do people realize that for the next couple of thousand years, the surface of the Earth would be uninhabitable? So do you think these people want to become moles and spend generation after generation of living underground? I don't think so. So this is another excellent point. This is a major scare tactic. Well, we need to go into this country because they may have nuclear missiles. There's a dictator out there we have to get rid of because he's actually thinking about getting nuclear missiles. Well, Soviet Unions have had nuclear missiles since how long? The United States of America has had nuclear missiles since how long? It's all about having it for protection or the use for scaring the hell out of people. But I'm telling you right now, it is never going to happen. There will never be a nuclear war because everybody loses. And I don't think the people out there in the elite section of the world, the top 1%, is ready to throw away everything. Because guess what? If they destroy all the slaves, they have to do the slave work. Do you think they want to do that? It's, again, the ultimate trump card of fear. The threat of annihilation. It's just never going to happen. And people can say whatever they want. I don't want it to happen, but I'm not afraid of it. I'm not going to go to bed every night thinking that people are going to die and be destroyed. I mean, look what they did to the kids in the 1950s. When I have videos showing kids hiding under desks in case of a nuclear attack. I mean, yeah, desks made of wood. What better place to hide under when there's a nuclear holocaust and things are set on fire? That's a good idea. But the whole thing was, in those days, people thought, the Cuban Missile Crisis, oh my God, World War III can happen. And guess what? It didn't. Because the people up in the powers that be are not stupid. They are not going to destroy everything. Because guess what? You can only store so much food and water underground. And then eventually you'll be without. So those people may not have to worry about it. Their grandkids may not even have to worry about it. But eventually, you run out. And then what do you do? Because all the water up on the surface of the planet will be full of radioactivity for thousands of years. There won't be any availability to grow crops. You can't go outside and breathe the air. So I don't think they want to become underground trolls for the next couple of millennia. So this is the ultimate in the scare tactics. And once we realize that they're bluffing the biggest hand in poker, and we call their bluff, we really can get control back. There's nothing more I could say about that. But Joey, that was a good comment, and I understand what you're talking about as far as nuclear weapons. They're never going to use them. It's the ultimate trump card. It's the ultimate scaring the hell out of everybody because it's easy. You justify going into a nation or eliminating a dictator that you may not like, or just an individual, and you call him a dictator, so you can take over their assets when you're saying, oh, well, we need to go in for the weapons of mass destruction. How many times did we not even find them? Or they didn't even have them. But even if they do, no one will ever use them. I don't think even the powers that be want to have the possibility of destroying the Earth for the next millennia or two. All right, guys? So think about that. Don't be living in fear. That's what they want. Fear equals control. If you don't live in fear, you won't be controlled. Or at least you won't be as controlled as easy. So think about that. All right, guys? Thanks for watching. Peace.